Hey guys, it's nighttime, and I just got done with a nice hot shower, and I did all my self care today. I walked, I worked out, I went swimming, I cleaned a little bit, and I did everything in preparation, or I did everything that I would want to do if I could do anything. But a lot of that focused around a structured day with self care, some hobbies, some responsibilities, and end it in a peaceful home with a stable place to go that I enjoy, with good culture, good people, but still stay to myself. Eating healthy, consistent routine, long term vision, long term stability. These are the summary thoughts of living in a sanctuary. Living in a home you own, on land you own, and it takes adaptation when you've been on the road for a long period of time. And that's what I share with you. Be careful when you hit the road because a lot of people never get off it. They get caught in a loop, a cycle where mentally it's hard to break, financially it's hard to get back in the housing market. And the older you get, the harder that gets. And I think the road traveling and for a period of time not having a sanctuary or vehicle your sanctuary is okay. It's good. It's a season. But I think stability when you're young. I think the stability of having a home when I was young in my 20s, even though it had a lot of responsibility, it pushed me to build my career and it gave me the stability to be planted in an area and it taught me responsibility. And I even had a couple of people when times were tough. There was like, well, just don't pay. Just, get rid of the house. And I was like, no, I'm going to make this, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to do what I need to do, okay, to maintain the house. And then eventually I sold to relocate. I sold not under distress because I was actually very stable at that time. And I just wanted to get to South Florida, really. Experience some things along the way, but get to South Florida. And it was fun. It was a journey. Also, to take some more risks and some personal ventures. And there was a lot of ups and downs there. And that's what I mean, you could sell the farm, you could sell the house, but you got to be careful not to take too much financial risk because you're going to have to at some point get back into the housing market or else you get stuck in the loop. You get stuck in the loop of buying a depreciating asset, more cars, more vans, more RVs, and take more risk. You're traveling more and more to the same places, not new places. You're not experiencing things, you're just in a loop. And you have no sanctuary. And the further you get away from that, the harder it is to maintain that. And you'll make mistakes. I made some mistakes along the way, but you fall, you get back up. You got to keep that goal, keep that vision in front of you. What was my vision? To move to South Florida, to cut my bills in half. And that's it. And I want to tell you that you got to remind yourself, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? What's your long-term plan? And then it becomes even once if you, by the grace of God, through hard work and responsibility and measuring things, if you are able to overcome the financial obstacle of repurchasing property mentally, you have to get over this van life. And I think many people put more energy, more time, more resources into finding something that doesn't exist rather than remembering self-care, sanctuary, stability, and that will, you know, that will give you a new vision. How did I get a vision of wanting to move to South Florida? I would walk around my community in New Jersey and did a lot of self-care and maintained my job and looked at side jobs and did side jobs. Self-care gives you the new vision, not traveling. Traveling is sprinkles. It's a sugar high. The substance is the consistent nutrition. The substance gives you the vision. So, as I sit here this evening, very grateful because my first attempt at a home base was not successful. But don't let that scare you. Why? I don't know anything. I think of all the different things, big challenges I had in my life. I don't know any of them that you get in the first try. It's almost scary if you get it on the first try. Any manual labor you ever do, any project you ever do, any software you ever do, any story, any book, any document, nothing is done on the first try. Nothing. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5,000 times. So I'm very grateful to have a hot shower, to have land that I own in a manageable square footage place. Again, I cleaned today. I have the flexibility to travel at will, but I don't want to. Why? I figured out where I want to spend most of my time and travel periodically. And less time in the public. Less time in the public. What's a sanctuary? Less time in the public. I love all the great baristas I met at Starbucks. I still go. I love most of the Planet Fitnesses I've been to. Great Planet Fitnesses, but you get tired of the public, and you need a sanctuary. And I want to caution you with love, but do whatever you want. That the longer you're on the road, if you haven't saved in 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, I don't know how staying on the road another 2 years, 3 years is going to make a difference. If you haven't found where you want to live after 5, 7 years, yeah. To me, purpose. It's good to wander a little bit. I remember hearing Jeff Bezos saying some of his creativity comes through wandering. Well, I think that's good, but he also bought a home base in South Florida. You gotta have some stability. Stability is substance. Wandering is variety, but variety is not substance. So it feels good at the end of the day to have this stability after a few tries. It's right for this moment, for the foreseeable future and long-term future for now. And it's peace. Nothing's perfect. I often share, I remember watching House Hunters when they'd pick 3 houses, and they always said a common theme after they had 3 houses to choose from. It's like, oh, I wish I could take this and put it in. Nothing's perfect, but there is better. There is the best for you, but nothing's perfect. Accept imperfection and move forward. When you're stuck, take a step forward. Even if you can't see the whole staircase. Okay. But either way, I mean, this is what it should be, to have the sanctuary. And then if you want to travel, go from there. But the anchor's got to be there. Every boat has an anchor. Every car has a park. Yeah. You could have a $200,000 motorhome. You got to park it somewhere. Or you got to park it without a sanctuary in the public. What's the number one thing you'll get burnt out on the road? The public. Never forget it. Hope my videos help you. Thank you for all the positive people along the journey. I'm sorry if there was ever a disagreement. Do what you gotta do for you and move forward.